It's okay, I'll explain. See, there was a lot of social unrest as racism was at its peak, and this was the unfortunate reality of the United States of America at one point of time. Let's learn why and how it all began and how it was abolished. See, there was a civil war that was going on. The end of civil war in the United States in 1865 effectively meant the end of slavery, but African Americans were in for a long struggle before they were granted equal rights. African Americans were termed as colored, and they were segregated and separated almost everywhere in public: schools, restrooms, restaurant, and such, and it continued well into the 1900s. Following the World War I, a group called the NAACP, National Association for Advancement of Colored People, was a group that was devoted to ending racial discrimination. By mid-19th century, the group became an active part in asking that segregation in schools be struck down. And this led to the first integrated school in the United States to open in 1955. But segregation still existed outside, like in public transit, where blacks were made to sit in the back of the bus. One day, a woman named Rosa Parks was seated in the bus. When a white man asked her to give up her seat for him, Rosa Parks refused. And for her refusal, she was arrested and jailed. This led to the Montgomery Bus Boycott in 1955. On June 19, 1963, John F. Kennedy proposed a civil rights bill to the Congress, which was approved in 1964. The bill struck down the existing legislation that allowed for discrimination, and this was largely influenced by Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was an activist and a leader of the civil rights movement. He led many marches and gave many speeches which created a ripple effect in the hearts of the people. His most famous speech is, "I have a dream."
I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the
Martin Luther King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts. The Civil Rights Act ended segregation laws in America. People could now eat, sit, and work wherever they wanted. However, in a few days, there was unrest and it led to violent riots. This was indicative of the racially motivated violence in the mid to late 1960s. This saw the rise of black power in opposition to the white extremists known as the Ku Klux Klan or the KKK. Racial tensions continued well into the 1900s, but there has been progress. In 2008, when Barack Obama was elected the President of the United States, this was seen as a culmination of decades and centuries of work and struggle in favor of racial equality.
Hello, Chicago! Is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible? If the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer.